Gemini Live gives your AI eyes to see, the Corleo robot horse gets everyone dreaming, Microsoft's gaming platform levels up, ChatGPT will no longer forget about you, Google's Firebase Studio looks to take on the likes of Cursor and Replit, Higgs Field gets an explosive update, and robot combat is set to become a new sport next month. All this and more in this week's AI Roundup. Google's Gemini Live is rolling out to some of the latest Android devices like Pixel 9 and the Galaxy S25, or if you have a Gemini Pro subscription. Gemini Live allows the AI assistant to see the world around you as the camera from your device becomes the AI's vision. This allows users to ask Gemini for immediate feedback on what it is seeing. Perhaps you're looking into your fridge and want some recipe ideas, or maybe you need some guidance on a technical task. Whatever you need, Gemini is on hand to give you some assistance in real time. In our tests, it's been remarkably accurate, and it really gives a glimpse into how AI will become increasingly intertwined into our lives. At the weekend, Meta launched the Llama 4 series with 3 new models: Scout, Maverick, and Behemoth. The Llama 4 Scout model features a 10 million context window, and Maverick has 1 million. There were some amazing performance claims and some excellent benchmark results, but some users thought that something was a little off. Why was such an important and high-performing model released at the weekend? Why did the head of Meta AI Research announce their departure right before the launch? Why wasn't the output from the model quite seeming to live up to the hype? Today, allegations have appeared claiming that Meta was deliberately manipulating its benchmark data to make the model appear better than it actually is. If this turns out to be true, it will result in some huge reputational damage for Meta. Let's see how this one plays out. In a leaked memo, Shopify CEO Toby Lütke has issued a mandate insisting that AI is integrated at every level and by every person in the company. The memo emphasizes that before requesting additional headcount or resources, teams must demonstrate why AI cannot fulfill their needs. This policy reflects a broader expectation for all employees to effectively use AI, with performance reviews now incorporating AI usage. Clearly, Shopify is trying to take the lead in AI adoption, but are these demands too far too soon, or just ahead of the curve? And finally, Kawasaki has unveiled its new concept, Corleo, a 4-legged robot that you can actually ride, kind of like a robot horse. Currently, it's still in the concept stage of life, so the accompanying video is all CGI, but a full-size preliminary model was shown off at a recent tech show. It's rumoured that it will run on a hydrogen engine and will use artificial intelligence that analyzes the position of both the robot and the rider, keeping the rider in the saddle. Are we really going full circle in human transportation, with us all returning to the horse? All we know is that we want one. Google launched AI Mode as a Google Labs experiment around a month ago, and today they announced that it's rolling out to even more US users. AI Mode allows the user to choose to move into an interface that is a hybrid of search and AI output. Google has also added new multimodal understanding, so you can take a photo or upload an image, ask a question about it, and get a rich, comprehensive response with links to dive deeper. With Gemini generating the AI results and Google's search pedigree, this feels like a very powerful combination, and it seems to represent Google's vision for the near future of search. Amazon has launched a new speech-to-speech model called Nova Sonic. It's designed to understand what people are saying and how they are saying it. It works with tone, style, and conversation flow, including pauses and interruptions. This model will allow developers to develop voice applications that maintain important context and nuance, and is aimed predominantly at creating a range of more natural-sounding customer service tools. And finally, Microsoft has made some major advances with its Muse AI gaming platform, and specifically with their World and Human Action Model, or WAM. WAM has received several enhancements. It's faster. It can now produce an output of 10 frames per second. Previously, it was only around a single frame. It's much quicker to train. With some clever curation of the data, this latest version of the model has been training on Quake 2 with only 7 days of training data compared to the 7 years that the previous model required. And finally, the resolution has doubled. It's now outputting visuals at 640 by 360 compared to the previous 300 by 180. The whole update represents a remarkable improvement in a very short amount of time. In the video, you're seeing an entire game world and its mechanics being generated in real time, and it's getting very close to being in a playable state. There were some major announcements from Google at the Cloud Next conference, kicking off with the launch of their 7th generation Tensor Processing Unit, or TPU, named Ironwood, built for intense AI workloads. Ironwood is the successor to Trillion and beats it on every benchmark. Ironwood has a performance per watt output that is twice that of Trillion. It has 192 gigabytes of memory per chip. That's a 6x increase. And it has data access speeds that are 4.5 times faster than its predecessor. In a world where AI is growing exponentially, we need hardware that can keep pace, and this TPU seems to have taken its own exponential leap. Google also introduced the Agent-to-Agent, or A2A protocol, an open-source framework aimed at enhancing AI agent communication across various platforms. This feels like a rival to MCP, but unlike the Model Context Protocol, which focuses on tool and data access, A2A specifically targets agent-to-agent interactions, so it's a different approach to address the same kind of problem. At launch, it's already supported by over 50 technology partners, including Salesforce and MongoDB, and there will certainly be many more to come. This is a very interesting development from Google. Perhaps the announcement that has received most attention was Firebase Studio, a new cloud-based development environment that uses AI to help develop full-stack applications. This platform integrates features from multiple existing tools, allowing developers to prototype, build, and deploy applications using natural language prompts. Firebase Studio offers real-time previews, AI-assisted coding, and integration with Firebase services. It promises a lot, and this could be a game-changing platform if Google manages to get it right. And finally, there was an update from robotics company Clone that showed off its progress with its humanoid robot called ProtoClone that they justifiably claim to be the most anatomically accurate android in the world. This thing can't walk yet, but even with its lack of mobility, it wins the prize for being the robot that is most likely to give you nightmares. Maybe it's best if it stays immobile for as long as possible. As Elon Musk was live streaming Path of Exile 2 on Starlink, he casually revealed the Grok roadmap for 2025. He said that Grok 3.5 would be soonish and would have some major upgrades, and then Grok 4 would be coming out later this year. Grok 3 has become a favorite model for a lot of people, so there will be a lot of hype for both of these releases. OpenAI has announced the Moonshine memory feature, which will allow ChatGPT to reference all the previous chats that the user has had. This should lead to far more personalized responses, and Sam Altman noted this as an important step toward AI systems that are deeply integrated into users' lives. Users can, of course, opt out of this memory feature, but does an AI ever really forget? Freepik announced that they have added a new video editor into their AI suite, allowing users to create videos and then stitch them together all within the same workspace. It's extremely common that users have to produce a string of short videos with an AI video generation tool and then switch to a video editor to put them all together. So for basic needs, this will be a huge time saver for Freepik users. Pika Labs has introduced Pika Twists, a new feature that lets users manipulate specific characters or objects in videos while keeping the rest of the footage unchanged. We had a preview of this a few weeks back, so it will be very cool to get our hands on this and have a play around. It's a relatively simple concept that's likely to be very powerful for storytelling. And finally, Unitree Robotics has announced a groundbreaking event where their humanoid robot, the Unitree G1, will participate in live-streamed robot boxing matches. We had to double-check that this wasn't still April 1st, but it seems that this is genuine, and the physical robot wars are about to commence. Even in its infancy, it looks pretty fun, but with the progression that we're likely to see in the next 6 months, this could turn into a huge sport. We better hope these robots forgive us for this. The Higgs Field video generation AI model has really been impressing everyone since their launch, with camera motion at the heart of the concept. Today, they launched Higgs Field Mix. This allows multiple camera motion controls to be mixed into a single shot. The workflow is still super simple. Just select the combination of motions that you want, then add an image and a prompt. They also added 10 new motions into their library, including building explosion, lens crack, and eyes in. Explosive stuff from Higgs Field. After Chris Anderson announced that he would be stepping down as the head of TED after 25 years, he's on the lookout for a new steward to take on the role. Luckily, the 1X neo-humanoid robot was up to the challenge, and it confidently took to the stage to announce its new position. Even better, it probably stayed around after the conference to clean up and vacuum the stage. Notebook LM has unveiled a new option called Discover Sources. Up until now, you would have to manually upload sources for your projects to give the notebook the learning material. But now that process can be automated. When you tap the Discover button, your notebook will scour the web for relevant sources and return you a list of 10 of the best. Add the ones you like to your notebook in one click, and your research is ready to go. This relatively small change will make Notebook LM far more effective for those times where you just need to quickly learn about a topic and speed is of the essence. And finally, earlier this week, Zipline announced it is officially launching in Dallas. Zipline is a delivery company that delivers goods straight to your door using a fascinating combination of a large drone with a delivery pod attached by a wire. Zipline's P2 drones are capable of carrying up to 8 pounds over a 10-mile radius, and they claim to have dinner plate level accuracy. But this isn't just a far-off concept. They already have a partnership with Walmart and a couple of other companies, and if you're lucky enough to live in the area, you can make orders via the app and get most deliveries within just a few minutes. Is this the future of small package delivery? It's certainly a very cool concept.